hello, beautiful human. I'm Zach. That is Daniel. Welcome to the studio. Henry, Moodie.
Hey. God, this is kind of like a made it moment doing the Zach Sang show.
Is that true?
Yeah, I've been watching this show for so long, so like, it's so cool being here and seeing the studio as well. Thank you for having me.
Very embarrassing. Thank you so much. No, it's very nice that you say that. It's an honor to have you here. And you know, you say that, and like we're moving into a new studio.
Yeah. Oh, what, nearby?
Literally right where you were, like where your green room is.
Oh, right.
Like right over there.
Cool.
And we're debating, like, what do we take with us from the old studio that makes it to the new one?
Yeah.
Like, do we retire the couch?
It's quite an iconic couch, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be cool to keep it. Also, guys, Zach really takes care of his guests. The green room was like luxury. I had so much food. It was so nice.
Don't give Zach credit for that.
Thank you for that.
We got to give it up to our family at Amazon Music. I mean, together we are Amazon Music. So yeah, thank us. Yeah, thank us. Yeah. No, it is. We have a really beautiful green room, and it's really, really pretty in there.
It's really nice,
and it's really nice. We have a really sweet space that is built for artists, and it's made for artists. So you should use it. There's going to be a recording studio in there, and there's like a movie theater, cool. And there's like these listening lounges that are crazy.
Oh, sick. Isn't this also like in the area of LA where all the movies and stuff get filmed?
100%. So where we're at right now, like where we shoot the show, is called the Culver Studios, now also referred to as the Amazon Studios. And we can give that a Google, but like I think Gone with the Wind was shot here. Wow. And a bunch of iconic movies.
King Kong.
Yeah, a lot of World War II propaganda starring Ronald Reagan.
Rocky.
Interesting.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, and it is pretty cool too. Like there's a certain area of the lot or the campus that has these bungalows that were scattered throughout the soundstage and the campus at one point. And because they're so historic, they couldn't tear them down. So they actually had to move them and preserve them all to the front of the campus. And they're still there today. And that's like where Lucille Ball worked out of, and a bunch of really, really cool people.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, it is pretty sweet.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Love that.
And before that, like we literally worked down the street for 10 years.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like I've seen a different studio set up to this before on the show.
Well, a couple at this point.
Yeah.
That's bad. We're not here to talk about us. We're going to
I'm loving it.
No, it's not good. It's not good. We have a lot to discuss here as we have music that is rolling out. The last time we talked and really met was in London.
Yeah. With Sting sat next to us. That was crazy. Yeah.
One of the craziest moments that I've ever witnessed, and I can't even imagine what it was like for you to be in that moment.
Oh my God, I was so nervous. I literally forgot like the first line to Every Breath You Take. I was so nervous. I like had to, my friend Thomas, who was playing keys, I literally like before the song started was like, Thomas, like, what's the song called again? Like, I just went completely mind blank because an absolute legend was just standing, like sitting there right in front of me.
I've never seen any human being perform a cover of a song in front of the artist who originated it.
Oh my God.
Ever before in my life.
So scary. So scary.
Yeah, like he did that. Like he literally performed in front of Sting, easily the biggest song Sting's ever done.
Yeah. It was doing, I was like, why not? Well, to be fair, I got the choice and I was like, I kind of just want to do a classic. And it was really nerve wracking. And he said something afterwards like, what was it again? He was like, oh, I learned something from this, but then didn't say what. I was like, was it good? Was it bad? Like,
I think about that moment all the time.
Same. I'm like, shit, did Sting like me? Did he not? I don't know.
Honestly,
Hopefully.
we should find it and roll the clip.
I tried to be cool.
You have it, yeah? We have it.
Oh, you have it?
Of
oh my God, I really want to watch that back because just to pick up on his tone, like, was he saying it in like I learned something good about this, or like, you ruined the song for me? I don't know, like, but that was crazy. That was so weird.
It was wild to watch. You did a great job, in my opinion.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Really great.
I didn't realize he was going to be there as well. I think Amazon like reached out and was like talking about doing the Sting thing, and I was like 100%. And I just thought it was going to be like for the live stream, and then I like go watch the Ivors. But then we were literally doing the interview, and everyone just looked like towards the entrance of the room, and I was like, oh my God, wait. I looked around, I was like, Sting just walked in the room out of nowhere, and no one really told me about it. Like, there was like word on the street, like he might join the interview. I'm kind of happy no one told me because I would have freaked out. And it was just so cool because he got like taken out of the Ivors to come and watch that performance. I was like, oh my God, I don't want to screw this one up.
You rose to the occasion.
Thank you.
I had no idea because when we talked, you only had like 2 songs out at the time, right?
Yeah. When was it again?
May?
May.
Right. Okay. Oh God.
Right? Was it 2 or
That's
3
crazy. It
records?
doesn't feel like that long ago.
But now we're rolling.
Yeah. Now we're
cooking.
really rolling. Yeah.
How long have you been sitting on some of these songs that you're releasing now?
Oh my God. So long.
Like Closure.
Closure I wrote like a year ago. But you know what's so weird is like I wrote that song about like someone just falling out of love and then being like, I kind of wish you gave me a reason to get over you, but the relationship I wrote about was kind of more like a situationship. And then I had like my proper first relationship this summer and then it literally fell apart for the exact same reason like a year later, and then I put out the song at the same time and I was like, it was just the weirdest timings like of events, because I almost related to the song more when putting it out than I did when writing it. And yeah, now it's out and now we're churning out another one like in a week and a half, like next Friday.
Wait, so how did history repeat itself?
It was just like the song Closure is about being like, I wish you cheated or gave me a reason to get over you, and it was the exact same situation. Like the relationship kind of fell apart because I mean, you probably know this industry is like very intense and busy, and I was touring so much, and like I think we just sort of both mutually agreed like it was just really difficult to have something in that moment of our lives. We're still friends, but yeah, it was crazy. The fact that it happened again.
Do you really, but for the same exact reason? So like work was to blame again, timing was to blame, but just with a different person?
Yeah, and I also just feel like sometimes it's just not the one, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I think that's a different conversation, right? Like,
yeah.
If they're the one, timing doesn't matter.
True. And so I don't think this person was the one. But that's okay, that happens in life, you know. You just have to deal with it in the right way, and I feel like I did, and yeah. Kind of sad, to be honest. But now like I can focus a bit more on work and stuff, I feel like. But yeah.
Do you write another record off of the second time this is happening?
Yeah, I actually have. Like, I've just got back to writing. Like, I was touring a lot, so I wasn't really writing much. But now I'm writing again, and I feel like, yeah, a lot of it's about that situation. But I'm also just trying to write more like positive stuff as well. I feel like all my music is quite depressing. So, and I'm in like a happy place in my life, I think, overall. So I'm trying to stretch myself as a songwriter, and I really do think that like you can fall down a trap of writing about relationships all the time. So I'm really trying to write about things that are like are different to that, like about life. I've got a song that like I still need to work on, but I'm really excited for, which I'll put out. And it's just about like embracing life and just like living in the moment. But it's really difficult to write those kind of songs. Like it's so much easier to write something about a relationship. And that's kind of why I'm really trying to stretch myself and write about different things.
Yeah, challenge yourself. But you're also incredibly young, so you have to live, right? To be inspired?
True. Yeah. Yeah, I'm writing all these like wise songs, but like I'm 19. But yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Yeah.
So you start making covers on YouTube. But at what point in this process do you want to start writing your own originals? Is it when you decide to form a band?
Oh, good question. Yeah, I kind of always have been writing my own songs. When I was like 13, I like went into London, like commuted on the weekends when I wasn't at school, and I went to the studio and I was like kind of working on my artist project then, but I never really put out anything. And then when I was like 15, I joined a band.
Did you join or form?
Ooh, join. It was 2 guys who had already met. And they actually were in another band before, and then it kind of fell apart, and they were almost like kind of looking for a new member. So I went over to one of their houses, and we got on, and I was like, oh, this could be really cool. So like we joined a band for 2 years, or like a year and a bit. We actually met through management. So I guess it was kind of manufactured, which, you know, sometimes can be a problem. And I think actually that was probably a slight problem with why I think it fell apart, was because we weren't like long time friends. But no, I still love the guys. Like Luke is one of my best friends. And yeah, I just don't think the band really like we didn't really gel as a band.
Well, you were like shoved in a house, right? Like you spend COVID together.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. And I think that was the problem, because in the UK, like, there were just so many lockdowns. I don't know what it was like. Was there a lot of lockdowns?
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. Oh my God. It was like, so, you know, we like left school after GCSEs. We did like kind of a year out. And we were just living on top of each other. Like, we couldn't see our friends because of the restrictions, and like, it wasn't the best environment, I think, to like become friends as well. Like, we were put in a really difficult situation where like we just got on top of each other. And yeah, I think that's kind of another reason why the band ended, was because it was just too intense, like, and we were so young. And then when it ended, I was like, oh, I just want to go back to education so badly, because I really missed the like routine and like social life of school. So I went to like a songwriting college in Fulham in London with one of the guys from the band called Luke, and it was like the biggest glow up of my life. Like, I just loved getting up early, getting on the train, like doing our sessions and like doing school at the same time. And it was so nice just being back in education. And I did that for a year, and then I put out my first song called You Were There For Me, which I like wrote by myself, produced by myself, and then we ended up bringing in a producer because it's not like the best. But then I put it out and it kind of changed my life. And then like the minute school ended, signed my deal, and then now a year later I'm here.
Let's go back to the band. How do you know that it needed to end?
Well, to be fair, I didn't leave so it was Eddie left the band, but I think we all just kind of knew in the back of our minds like it wasn't working out. Like, it was a good decision, definitely, and it's not like we had like any crazy fights. We didn't like hate each other, but the band just wasn't like, you know, and just something isn't really gelling, and you can't really see a future with it. Like, I think all of our like musical directions were so different as well. Like, we enjoyed so many different things, and it didn't really, we were just kind of like this, there's no future here.
And when you decide to go and do your own thing and you go to school, which I like, total respect, right? Like, that routine does change you for the better. And also like when you're like matching that routine with going to school and doing something that you genuinely love.
Yeah.
And it's not like forced, you know, academics and shit.
Yeah.
It's
that's
different.
A big thing. It is different, definitely.
It also challenges you.
It really challenges you, but I mean, to be fair, at the end of the day, like, a diploma in songwriting isn't really gonna do much for you, because this industry, like, you don't really need any of that. But it was more just like the structure.
And like a reset for you.
And a reset, and like seeing new people and being social. Like, I think I'm quite like a extroverted person. Like, I love being around people. So it was so nice to get back out there and just like, I don't know, I felt this like really optimistic. I had this like, yeah, I felt like I really was like going in the right direction, because I was like doing college and like working on my social media, and I was like, and now I kind of see a future with it, because in the band I didn't really see a future.
Was there like a moment where you like, it became clear that there was a future?
I think it was more like a gradual thing. I think like I was posting TikToks and they were doing well, and I was just, I don't know, I was suddenly in a different headspace. I was much more grateful, and I was like, I really need to work, and like I could make this happen. Like, I'm very lucky to live near London as well, so I have like opportunity really close to me. So I've always kind of felt like if I really tried hard enough, I could do it, because I'm close to London.
That awareness is really crucial.
Yeah.
I felt the same thing. Like, I grew up in New Jersey, close to Manhattan, and I felt like I just had access to things because of where I was just like blessed to be within a train or a bus's range.
Yeah. And you know what, obviously because of social media and stuff, you can now blow up from anywhere, which is amazing. But doing sessions and stuff, it was just so much easier to be near London. And it was a gradual thing. I just think I gradually was like, oh my God, this is what I want to do. And I really couldn't picture myself doing anything else. Like, I love geography, but I couldn't picture myself like doing something in that industry. Like, I was just like, music is it for me. Like, if I'm not an artist, I wanted to be a songwriter. There was actually a phase where I just wanted to be a songwriter or work in a label or just do something in the industry because it's just like fascinates me. Like I just love this industry.
So what's been the biggest thing that you've learned so far by navigating it?
Oh my God, that's a really good question. I think you kind of have to just like throw yourself into it a little bit. And that's kind of what I did. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm a huge artist. Like I have like 5 songs out.
But they do really well. You have a great following. You've been fucking performing like crazy. And even since we met you originally, you've grown a lot.
Oh yeah,
am I crazy?
No, absolutely.
Yeah, you were looking at the numbers.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Thank you for having me on the show once again. It's so cool being here. But like, wait, what was the question again? My mind just went.
What's the biggest thing you've learned so far?
Biggest thing I've learned. Oh my God, that's so true. That's such a good question. The biggest thing I've learned is just to really just embrace it, because it is really overwhelming. Like doing a lot of touring, especially like I was doing it quite low budget, like doing a lot of support acts. I was doing sessions every day. It was a big lifestyle switch up for me. And at first it made me really anxious because I just felt like I was like, oh my God, I'm this 18-year-old kid just like throwing myself into this industry. But I think it's all about mindset. And now I'm just like always trying to remind myself how grateful I am that I'm in this and I'm working and like being productive. So I think just really like leaning into it and embracing it is like, that's something I've really learned to do. Yeah.
From a creative process here, like how do songs start? Is it genuinely a story that you need to tell that you experience, or have you started writing from other like people's perspective yet?
Yeah, that's a really good one. So far it's been like personal experience. I would really love to stretch myself and write a song kind of like in third person, or like tell a story, or just something that isn't personal. But so far everything's personal because it's just songwriting's kind of like therapy for me. But I would love to, I really want to also like, something I really want to do is do a like write to a brief, or like write to a movie soundtrack or something, like, and stretch myself like that would be really cool.
Fight or Flight.
Yeah.
That's a song that's on the way.
That is on the way.
And
it's on its flight.
Are you starting with like a lyric? Or are you starting with like obviously an experience, but like how do you match it with production?
So that's a really good one. That song, I came in with the concept of like being kind of scared to fall in love a little bit and scared to be vulnerable, because letting yourself go and like be vulnerable is like a scary thing, right? So I got into the session with this legend called Joe, and also Dino is like a producer that I like love so much. And the melody just came out of nowhere, and we were like, this is so sick. And then instantly I was like, the production, it's got to be like this big grand like poof, poof, poof. And we didn't really take many references for that song. It kind of just like came out of like nowhere a little bit. But the concept I came in with, and yeah, that one, once again, like I wrote that literally like a year ago. So it's cool putting it out again now. It's really cool.
And you've been sitting on it for that long.
Yeah.
Do you have enough songs to make an album?
Yeah, probably. But you know what? I don't think like they're sonically cohesive enough yet. Like I really want to like tackle an album like and make it like a body of work. So I probably have enough songs for it, but I don't know if they're the right songs. But I'm definitely working towards one.
Do you think your mom being a therapist has helped you figure out how to write songs?
100%. Yeah, she's like, I don't know, I feel like I'm very lucky. I grew up in a open like household. I've always been very open with my feelings. And yeah, having a mum as a therapist is really good, because she just told me to like channel my emotions into something. And I think I just kind of like found it was songwriting for me.
One of the biggest things that you can tell by reading your interviews and the things that exist about you is that you have a pretty decent grip on your mental health. You also respond like a therapist.
I love that you said that.
It's accurate.
You know what? I've always really struggled with anxiety, but I'm definitely living and learning and figuring out how to deal with it, and being mindful. Like mindfulness has really helped me. But yeah, my biggest like focus is on my mental health, because it's so important. Like But yeah,
without that, you know what I mean?
I know, yeah, it's crazy. I would say, yeah, I'm in a more stable mental state now, but I feel like I'll always just have like anxiety, but that's okay. Everyone needs a bad. Sorry, I was about to sing a lyric, but
you can.
I was literally about to be. It's gonna be okay, but it is gonna be okay, guys. But yeah, I would say I'm in a good place now. Yeah.
Well, it is a journey, you know. Not every day is gonna be great.
Yeah, and it's been weird coming to LA like by myself as well. I get really nervous flying by myself and being completely by myself. I just love having someone there. And I did like New York alone and LA, and I've just once again really tried to lean into it and just feel like a main character. Like get up early, get my coffee, write my songs, and just do it for the plot. So
it's giving growth.
It's giving growth. I love that.
It's giving maturity. It really is though.
Yeah, well, thank you. Appreciate that.
You're an Aries.
I am an Aries. Not gonna lie, I'm not the most. I don't know much about star signs though. So, what's an Aries trait?
I really can't tell you. I just know that it's here. You want to give that a Google, Dan?
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Can I spell Aries?
Also, you love Taylor Swift, eh?
Yeah, I'm a big Swiftie. Yeah.
Yeah, what's the deal? You retweet everything that the Taylor Nation tweets.
Yeah, I'm just a bit of a obsessive Swiftie.
Interesting.
No, I'm not in a creepy way. I just love Taylor Swift. She's just her songwriting has just always really inspired me, and the way that she's been able to create eras. I really fell in love with her music during Reputation, because I was like, oh my god, she's really created this whole almost personality around this album, and the aesthetics, everything about it was just so cool. And she really creates eras out of albums,
all distinct.
Yeah, all really distinct, and somehow creates simple catchy pop songs but still really meaningful with insane lyrics. And it's just oh my god, just so inspirational. She's honestly one of the best songwriters ever. And then Folklore came out, and I was like, oh my god, how it's just crazy, the talent. And I just have so much respect for Taylor Swift. She's insane. Honesty
and details, yo.
Yeah, definitely. It would be so cool to meet her one day, but I feel that would be the person I wouldn't be able to I'd be too starstruck.
A song like You Were There For Me.
Yeah.
Do you let the person know who it's about, that it's about them?
Yeah, I was sending it to her whilst writing the song. I was like, this is my best friend. I was like, I'm writing this song about you, and she was like, oh, this is so cool. And then I was like, I kind of want to put it out, and she was like, oh my god. And then just went with my instinct and just put it out. And I was actually really close to not putting that song out, which I'm if I didn't, I don't know, I wouldn't be here. That song changed my life.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was a bit scared to do it, because I was like, am I ready to start putting out music yet? Is it gonna, if it flops, is that gonna affect getting a record deal? And I was thinking about all these things, but my instinct was telling me to put that song out. So I'm so happy. Oh my god, I'm so happy I did.
Do you trust your instinct moving forward?
Yeah, you know what as well, with songwriting, your instinct is always the best thing. There's so many songs that I've written, Pick Up the Phone is one of them, where I took it in so many different directions, and I was I ended up really circling back to my instinct with the production and the vibe of the song, because it just, yeah, I think once you sit with a song for too long, your brain goes a bit cloudy, and you just don't really have that clear vision. So you do normally end up circling back to your instincts.
The bigger you get, the harder it is to trust your instincts, or at least they become the voice gets lower and lower because so many other people are talking.
Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully I get bigger, but that would be really interesting to experience. I wonder what it's like for huge artists who just feel they have to always top their last body of work and do better. And it's yeah, I can totally imagine how that pressure just really builds up, and you can lose sight of direction. Yeah, I can definitely see that.
When you're here, how many sessions will you do?
I'm doing sessions every day, but I'm only here for a week. It's my first time ever in LA. I've never been before.
Really?
Welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really nice here. But it's oh god, the weather. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh my god.
Is it your first time in
so
America?
No. I went to Florida when I was like a kid, and then I went to New York as well on a family holiday. But god, London is so depressing right now. It's like gets dark at 4. It's just rainy. Like,
But then it gets nice again at Christmas.
yeah, true. But then like January hits and it's like the floor. Like it's so bad. But it's really good in summer, London. But
Seasonal depression's real.
yeah, oh god, the rain makes me so sad. Unless it's like torrential downpour where it's like kind of funny, but like
What's funny about torrential
not
downpour?
funny, but like
What?
it's like, unless it's like terrible like natural disaster level. But if it's like crazy rainy, then it's kind of like a little bit like interesting, like exciting. Do you know what I mean? But just the fact that London's always drizzling is
It's
just
a nuisance.
yeah. Not to I love London, guys. Not
We
to
were there
slay-
for a week and it didn't rain once.
yeah,
Yeah.
but then it was May, right?
Yep.
So
Different.
different, yeah.
So can you explain how Closure is an ode to the queer clubs of London? And where does Heaven fall on the list of queer clubs of London?
I feel like I didn't understand that question at all. What was that?
So wait, the video described your video that you made
Yeah.
for Closure.
Yes.
Somebody described this thing as an ode to the ode to queer clubs of London. Is that bullshit or is that
Yeah.
accurate?
Oh, that's a nice way to describe it. You know what? I wanted to do, like, with this music video, I was like, I want to cast I love Belle, she's amazing. Wanted to be in the video, and I was like, oh my god, get in the video. And we actually did spoiler, we've done 3 videos with that couple telling their relationship. For Fight or Flight is the next one, and then another song coming out called Orbit.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so it will cut you, the storyline will unravel. So it's kind of like each music video tells a different side to the relationship. So Closure is about like it ending and it falling apart. Fight or Flight is being in the relationship, being scared to let yourself go. And then Orbit is about like being kind of like obsessed with someone. It's a little bit like drunk text in the sense that like the relationships, the like honeymoon phase, kind of where you're like really into this person, but you feel like you don't know what they're thinking, and you're scared to like to take it further because you don't know if they're gonna like feel the same. So yeah, and I worked with this insane director, Samuel, and really let him just like go for it with the video. And I'm like, I'm happy how it turned out.
And how long have you had these songs for?
I've had these songs for so Orbit I think is the most recent one I wrote, like maybe at the start of this year, maybe, yeah. And Fight or Flight and Closure were from last year, but I'm coming back in with new music after that.
But this will be like an EP.
Kind of, you know what, it's not like a labeled EP, but I think we're gonna change all the artwork and make it like a body of work. And then I'm like, because I'm always thinking about the next thing, which probably isn't the healthiest thing, but I'm really excited for the new wave of music. It's going in a different direction, which I'm excited about.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I like that you're telling a story through the lens of this couple, and it's the same people in every video, and you really get to see the full picture.
Yeah, I was like, you know what?
Really smart.
So yeah, and also like Kelly, who's like the marketing person at my label, is like such a genius with like music videos and stuff. And we were talking about like, so many people just put out like video after video, and we were thinking about how can we like think outside the box and do something a little bit different. And then we were like, oh, like short film, like what about just doing something a little bit different? So we were like, yeah, and then came up with that idea of doing like 3 videos all telling a different part of the same story. So hopefully people like it. I'm really, there's like one video with a food fight in it. I'm really excited for that scene, for people to see that
By the
one,
way,
if Fight or Flight, that one.
You fight with food?
No, Fight or Flight is the video with the food fight, yeah.
What kind of food is being thrown?
Oh my God. I don't actually know. I think it was just like classic, like UK. What food
like
was being
sausage
thrown?
and beans? Like what? The fuck?
Quiches.
Quiche?
It was quiches and stuff.
Wasting quiche?
Yeah. Yeah, true. Oh God.
It's okay.
Anyways.
You'll be fine. By the way, all of Henry's music is waiting for you. It's all on Amazon Music. There's a link in the description below. What are you thinking, Dan?
How would you describe the sound of, or the direction of the new music you're working on compared to what we have out now?
Ooh, good one. The new music is I think it's stepping out of that like bedroom pop space a little bit. It's going bigger sounding, more drums, more like kind of organic, sounding a little bit more. And also I'm writing songs now that are about things to do with things bigger than relationships, which I'm really excited I'm really just trying to stretch myself a little bit with the new stuff, I think.
I mean, 18's not about a relationship.
True, but you know what? Not to hate on that song, but I don't think I quite nailed it with that one. I think
Lyrically or sonically? Or both? All the above?
Both. You know, like, I do love 18, but I wrote it so long ago, and I think it was a different era of me. I wrote it when I was 17, literally the day before turning 18. And it was just I was just in a different headspace, and I listen to it now and I'm like, it doesn't feel like Henry Moodie, that song. It feels like the old version of me. But it's a good one to do live. I enjoy doing that one live. But yeah.
By the way, that's also going to keep happening like as you grow and live life and make art that like runs parallel to the life you're living.
True. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That's going to keep happening. So no, I'm happy I put it out. I'm really happy I put it out because it reflected me at that time, which is important. Also, random note, I love your cardigan.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you ever go back and listen to your old covers?
I need to delete half of them. God, they're so bad. Oh my God. The old TikToks I did, you know, I'm going to do that after this. I'm going to like just scroll through and delete some stuff.
My favorite in our notes is that you did a cover of Cheerleader at your school's concert.
Oh my God, is that in the internet?
Yeah, it's on the internet. Also,
God,
did you know
let's get that one off there.
did you know that Henry Moodie starred as Gangster Curtis in Sister Act?
Oh my God, no, I was
I feel like I'm telling you this. Like,
this is so crazy.
Did you not live that life?
I was Curtis, and I did it so badly. If there's guys, no one look up my old videos, please. Like, I'm gonna delete them because the level of cringe is like through the roof. Like, oh my God, it's so bad.
But it's okay.
It's okay.
It's a part of the story.
Yeah, I mean, it shows growth.
It gets us here today.
Damn, your first YouTube video 5 years ago, Zayn and Sia, Dusk Till Dawn cover by Henry Moodie.
That was filmed in my, like, I don't know what it was. When I was a kid, like, I'd come home from school, like, I'd just spend the whole day in school thinking about what cover I wanted to do in the evening. I'd come home and, like, just put up, like, I'd get bed sheets. We had different coloured bed sheets, and I'd, like, dangle them down from my, curtain line thing, and it would be like the cool backdrop for my new video, and like I would just shoot the most like low budget videos but thinking they were just so cool, put them out, and like looking back, some of them were cool, like the Dusk Till Dawn one was all right, but some of them were so bad, so pitchy, some of them, like one of them, oh God, I don't want to, like, yeah. And my production was terrible. Like, one of the songs I just whacked so much auto-tune on it. And I was like 13 and it was so obvious.
But you also put a lot of solo stuff on YouTube, original songs, Dear COVID-19.
Oh God.
Dear Fake Friends.
They're all so bad. I really need to delete them.
Also, there's a song that's just called Peace.
Yeah, that one's alright, but...
So what are you at? I'm assuming you're requesting peace.
I was like, give me peace, guys. All this
you want peace? It's not like peace for others?
I don't know, remember what it was about. It was like... I don't know, it was probably just some BS. Like, it probably made no sense, actually. But...
Hotel Spirit, what does that mean?
Hotel Spirit is about... that's a personal one, but that was just about like a hotel. Having spirit, you know?
Wow.
There was one called Day Drinking, actually. There's one called Day Drinking that I like.
Generation Z?
Generation Z is okay. Day Drinking was about, like, in lockdown, me and my friend would just, like, go to the field and just drink.
Sick.
At, like, 15. But,
I mean, what else do you have to do?
Literally, there was nothing else to do.
I mean, you're 15, that's illegal. Actually, you had a lot of other things to do.
Cut that out.
That's illegal in every country, I think.
No, 16.
Is it 16th?
But we were drinking
age?
soft drinks, guys.
They're born drinking over there.
You're right.
We were drinking soft drinks, guys. It was Diet Cokes and Fantas all around.
I like a good Fanta.
Yeah. But yeah, that one was about the person you were there for me is about. Yeah. My best friend.
Beautiful. But we can't listen to those. They're not on Amazon Music, but all of Henry Moody's current stuff, there's like 5 of them.
Yeah.
But there's more coming. Orbit on the way, Fight or Flight, all there. Go, click the link in the description below. It's all waiting for you on Amazon Music. Final thoughts?
Does Fight or Flight have a release date yet?
Yeah, I think it's coming out. Well, I haven't announced it, but it's coming out, I think, on Friday next week. Is it? Yeah. Yeah, the 3rd. The 3rd of November. We're kind of like, with that song, we kind of wanted to like slightly test it a little bit before announcing the release date, being like, if people really want it, we'll put it out. But if not, then like, I don't know, it's really difficult with TikTok these days, just like figuring out like how to promote music. But yeah, I think on the 3rd of November.
So you're still gauging a lot of things by the reaction on TikTok.
And you know, I'm gonna put out the song anyways, but honestly, that app, the power that app has is crazy, and like I love it and hate it. Do you know what I mean? Like it changed my life with You Were There For Me, but I wish you could kind of do the old format where you don't shove a song down someone's throat for like a month before putting it out. Like I slightly did that with Pick Up the Phone. I just like posted so much and people almost got bored of it before putting the song out. But it's just the way you have to do it now. You really have to just like promote, get the pre-save up, get everything up, just try and get as much hype as possible and then put out the song. But I think it's forever changing. Like I'm sure there'll be a new platform soon that is the next thing. Like Reels, I feel like is
you do so well on there.
Yeah, oh my god, thank you Instagram. Don't know why, but they've got my back. So yeah, I love that.
And you use that one microphone all the time in a lot of your videos.
Yeah,
you've done great content.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I try my best. Yeah, but you have to do so much content these days. Not to complain, like I'm so lucky to be able to do it, but like it is interesting just to think about like just the difference between the music industry now and like how it used to be.
Yeah, like imagine if you spent the time making TikToks in the studio, making more music. Or,
yeah,
you know,
it feels like it's borderline like 60%.
Yeah,
social media,
because it is.
Yeah, it really is, and like obviously, you know, you want to do whatever is fun, but you also have to realize, like I've also realized, like that is what you need to do these days. So I'm just gonna work and try my best to like use those platforms as much as I can, and it's also like social media is so good in the sense of like you can connect with your fans.
But do you feel like people get to know you?
I think so, yeah. Try my best to be as authentic as possible, but at the end of the day, like nobody is fully themselves on social media.
What do you want people to know about you that maybe they couldn't instantly understand through listening to your music?
Oh, that's a good one. I actually don't know. I think I'm actually quite transparent on social media. I think I'm very open about like anxiety and my friends, and yeah, to be fair, like, yeah.
You're there.
I think I'm I think I'm there. I try my best to be as well. I should probably be more real in the sense that if I'm having like a bad day or a bad moment, put it on my story, like share just that, not because like everything you put on your story is just your highlights of your day, right? And your post, like all my dumps that I put out are like the best pictures from that trip. So maybe I should do more of that. That's something I think I could work on. Just be more real, like not just like pick the best photos I have, but it's also like an insecurity thing, like
totally.
Yeah,
you too want to be seen in the best light.
Yeah,
but sometimes the best light is the most vulnerable light, and that's
true. But like
needed.
When I wake up, I don't even recognize myself. Like you do not want to be seeing that. So yeah, I think it is interesting. It's so weird just thinking about the world and social media and like the way we all are nowadays.
We're glued to it.
That's a deep question.
Bad.
Yeah, we really are.
What's an extension of our beings, and like it's so our whole life is filtered through it, and we filter everything through it. It's like it's dark stuff.
It is really dark. It really freaks me out, to be honest. I feel like I go into like an existential crisis every day about it.
Well, because it's like twofold. It's like most people are putting the most, it's dramatized version of anything, right? Or like the most extreme version of anything. That could be perfection. That could be like, I don't know, chaos. It could be whatever. And we go to those things to scroll mostly as an escape from what we're going through, you know? At least that's when I'm going to scroll. If it's not out of necessity, it's like to escape from whatever the fuck else is on my mind and
have
distract
a bit of
myself.
a laugh. Yeah, no, I agree. But
it could be a laugh. It could be like being shocked at what the world is going through. It could be the most extreme versions of perfection that make me feel like shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And also, you know what? It's like, I completely get what you're saying. The algorithms just feed you what you want, right?
Totally.
Because that's how they gain watch time, and everything's just business, right? To make the most money. So they're going to feed you what's going to keep you on the app. And that's what's scary, is because it's just polarizing everyone. Like whatever you get fed, you just get fed more and more and more and more and more. And you just go off in that direction. Like, so I just feel like people are going extreme. Like, and it's just so weird.
But there is a glimmer of positivity though. Like when music resonates on the platform and people really like get behind it and it connects with so many people, there is like, as much as there is like negative shit, there's a bunch of positive stuff too. And
100%.
You see a bunch of things that like bring people closer and feel more understood with one another. And realize that we're just different shades of one another, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, especially if you know you're someone who you feel like you don't belong or something. Social media, you can really find your group of people. There's so many good things, like, and also as an artist, I think it's quite no, it's not easy, but I think it's maybe easier to blow up as a new artist now, because you have a lot of power in your own hands. You're not really relying on other people and money and all these kind of old things to blow you up. If you have internet connection and a phone, like,
and you can,
you can like, work on TikTok and Instagram and get yourself out there. So there are definitely great things, 100%.
Everything is good in moderation, and everything has pros and cons.
True, moderation is the key, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, I'm such a hypocrite. I go on my phone too much, like, so. Yeah, I need to get off that thing.
Well, escape from your phone, tell your device to play Henry Moodie on Amazon Music, or use your device to navigate to it. There's a link in the description below. All of his music for now is waiting for you. And when you release music and like albums and stuff as it comes out, please come back.
Oh my God, 100%. Yeah. This is so cool for like having me on this show. Like it's honestly, like, I have genuinely been watching this show for like years.
I'm so sorry. I hope we haven't like let you down.
Not at all. I mean, I've had like the best experience, like luxury green room, so fun in here.
Have we broken the illusion?
Oh no, but
like have you had one idea of us, and then like between May and right now, is it all shattered?
No, it's I'm so happy to be here. This is really cool. It's also just really like I've done like one podcast, just like interview chat in my life. So it's like it's cool to do another one. Like it's just very new to me. I never really do this kind of stuff. So thank you for the opportunity, guys.
Come back. Our door is always open. Henry Moodie's music waiting for you. Link in the description below. Listen to it on Amazon Music. Appreciate you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, guys.
Thank you. Henry Moodie, everybody.
Woo! Legends.